Good afternoon, boomers. The voice of the blockchain here. The crypto commander-in-chief, the crypto capos are pouring into the chat box as I'm speaking. Shout out to all the boomers out there in the foxholes of the blockchain battlefield trenches. Today we're talking about government regulators manipulating Bitcoin price ? I came across an article. The ex-CFTC chair is saying that the Trump administration popped the 2017 Bitcoin bubble, that they had their hands in it, that they were scheming. And today we're going to be talking about that. We'll be talking about where the price could be headed as Bitcoin is under fire. Are the government regulators continuing to manipulate the Bitcoin price? We'll be talking about that . As the rest of the boomers tune in, I need you guys touching all the buttons right now. Like, subscribe, post notification bell, ding, ding, caress them immediately. Shout out to the crypto maniac soldiers that have been rocking with the champion of crypto since day one. Kaboomin'! Where's my bomb? Kaboomin' with the best of them. Shout out to Johnson Calgary. I see you out there. LOL. Today we'll be talking about it. Government regulators. You know, I've been talking about it. At the end of the day, the institutions are here. The suits are here. The game of crypto has changed. The novelty has worn off, but we know it's here to stay. Now we're learning that the ex-CFTC chair is saying that the Trump administration popped the 2017 bubble. So how long have they been in this space? Is Toshi Santa Claus? Is he part of the government too? The situation's getting more interesting as we continue to hodl through the storms, because this crypto is definitely walking towards the future. Whether it's government or not, I'll tell you, it's here to stay, boomers. It's here to stay. It's here to stay. Indeed. Shout out to all the boomers. Johnson says, seriously, you don't know. We don't know. And listen to what the chair is saying. I'm going to go over the article. Apparently, they've been in the behind the scenes scheming for a while, boomers. Apparently, they've been scheming for a while, and we'll be talking about that. Let's look at the markets as Bitcoin's under fire. Are they scheming right now? I don't know. Certainly they have already admitted to trying to manipulate and discipline the Bitcoin price is what they're saying. Discipline. It's funny. They're acting like the crypto maniacs are children needing discipline. So that's what's going on out here. Let's go ahead and turn off these coins. Shout out to the boomers. Guys, touch the buttons right now. Touch the buttons, caress them. Drop a comment here in the population of the chat box. I got green here on my stream, looking grass-fed indeed. Let me go ahead and share my display there. 79.29. Let me make sure I'm hitting refresh. 75.30 for the Bitcoin price. We're taking a dip, dive, and a slide. I told you guys yesterday. Okay, I told you guys yesterday that we may be under fire. It may dip, dive, and slide. When I dip, you dip. We dip. Put your hand on your hip, boomers. It may go down to 65 or 6. Okay, before an uptrend, says some of the charters out there. Check out yesterday's live stream. Bitcoin currently at 75.30, down 8.5% in the past 24. A bloodbath out there. Don't act like we weren't expecting more tornadoes coming our way. We're hunkered down here in the shelter. 204 billion on the market cap worldwide for all of crypto, looking slim. It's on a fast right now. Bitcoin dominance there at 66.2, which is interesting, because as everything's taking a little dip, you would assume the dominance in Bitcoin will grow, but that's not the case. It's actually decreased slightly. You got Ripple there. I know the Ripple maniacs, some of them stop by here in the population of the chat box. I like to snipe them because I think it's funny bunny, but a few of them are cool. So, I've let a few creep in. You got Bitcoin Cash there at 208. Litecoin at $49 for Litecoin, sub 50, looking like a bloodbath. Binance at 16, EOS at 270. Satoshi Vision garbage bags also under 100. Stellar at 5. Leo at 9.6. Tron at 1 penny. Cardano at 3 cents. Monero at 53. Monero was worth more than Litecoin, or it cost more than Litecoin. Interesting. Shout out to YM. Pop them bottles. Let's see. I mean, if you were shorting, if you were wearing some shorts out there, Perhaps you'll be popping bottles, but I'm not. I don't short. I don't short. But listen, the derivatives and the futures are the tools for the manipulation. And we're going to be talking about that. I told you we don't need the suits in the game. We were doing fine without them. It was pumping. And, they had to step in and tame the market, discipline the price, says the ex-CFTC chairman, Giancarlo, out there. They're saying that they popped that 2017 bubble. Okay, so that's what's going on out there. You can see the 24-hour charts for Bitcoin diving and sliding. And that's what's going on. Drop a comment here in the population of the chat box. Caress the buttons immediately. And check out the link I have down below. I'm about to talk about this article via CoinDesk. And this is big. He's coming out and saying it. It's like, they have no shame at this point. This is out of CoinDesk.com. I have it linked down below. It says Trump administration's acted to deflate the Bitcoin bubble of 2017 by allowing the introduction of futures products, a former official said Monday. Okay, and this is what Christopher Giancarlo, who left the U.S. Commodities Future Trading Commission in April. He said in a CoinDesk interview, this is a quote from Giancarlo himself. Let me go ahead and pull it back up. This thing's going crazy on me. There we go. There it is. One of the untold stories, said Giancarlo, of the past few years is that the CFTC, the Treasury, the SEC, and the National Economic Council director at the time, Gary Cohn, believed that the launch of Bitcoin futures would have the impact of popping the Bitcoin bubble, and it worked. And it works. So there you go. They wanted to pop it, and it worked, said the chairman. They're stepping in. I don't know. What is this? What is this? I mean, the government stepping in, trying to manipulate the markets. It's funny bunny to me. We'll continue to talk about this. Just Buy is here. He says, what's up, boomers? YM says it's a buying opportunity. We're hearing about the funny bunny over there via Giancarlo, CFTC, Treasury, and SEC scheming to impact the price of Bitcoin back in 2017. And it works, says Giancarlo. If you don't have derivatives, then all you got are believers. It's a believer's market. Well, it's good if people are believing in the product. It's probably because it's sound. But they didn't like that. Apparently, they don't like the believers. They don't like the believers, and that's why they threw the derivatives. The derivatives is what's crashed the markets in 2008, the fiat markets. The derivatives are toxic. It's toxic, guys. But this is the scheme that they have. And, people bite, the people that are buying into it is also to blame, because you take that ticket, you get too greedy, and there it goes. The whole house of cards starts falling down. Anyhow, you could continue reading the article, but, he gives excuses. He says lessons from '08. Giancarlo said, coming out of the 2008 financial crisis, the legit criticism of regulators was along the lines of, where were they during the expansion of the real estate mortgage bubble, and why didn't they take steps to pop that bubble when they could have? Okay? And it says, I believe it shows the power of markets to bring discipline to prices. I don't know. That doesn't sound a free market to me. Disciplining prices. But there you go. There you go. Drop a comment. Let me know what you think about this. And shout out to Bix Weir, because he's the first person I seen talking about this this morning. So, you got to give credit where it's due. He's one of the first that brought it up. And, I agree with his stance on that. He seems to think that, there's good guys on the inside that are going to come save us. I have doubts about that. I don't think anybody's going to come save us but the Lord himself. But, as far as these schemers sticking their hands in, it's true. People that bought in high, they should look at these guys if they lost, because, the price was going up because there was believers. But here comes these guys to try to stop the price from kapumping. So that's what it is. That's what it is. Read the article and let me know what you think about it. If they knew the price was going to go down, did they, short it as well? How do they profit out of this? It's incredible. Okay, so, another stance to play devil's advocate. one would say is that, derivatives is part of the free market and it should be allowed. And that's kind of the stance that the gentleman's taken here. He said, we saw a bubble building and we thought the best way to address it was to allow the market to interact with it. And what he means by that is the market of derivatives. But, with the government doing that, there's a conflict of interest, in my opinion. Without shorts, a market has no pessimists. If you don't believe it's a ridiculous price, but you don't own, there's no ways to express that view, says Giancarlo. So there it is, and that's the ticket. That's how they're selling. They're trying to promote pessimism in the market by offering that product. Then so it's toxic to begin with. That's why it's toxic. I have to say, we told you so. Hate to say we told you so. There it is. I mean, and we've been saying, it seems like there's funny money. Toshi seems funny bunny. I think it's all funny bunny at this point, guys. Toshi Santa Claus. Okay, it's probably government made from the beginning. The good old boys that know it's gonna boom. They've been scheming from the beginning, and they're hodling. And the good part about it is that that Bitcoin's not gonna go away because it's here to stay. It's here to stay, but to think that it's here to save the world and, it's uncensorable, immutable, guys, come on. Once you again Monero, you dinero, says YM. So, hopefully Monero sound. That's why I've been saying, if you're here for the True Crip walk, shout out to my walkers. Go ahead and hold some Monero, but to come around saying that Bitcoin is the true crypto, I don't think that's that. I don't even think that's true from the beginning. Satoshi's a fraud. I'm starting to think, guys. I'm going to be honest with you. The champagne keeps at 1,000, but it's smelling funnier than the bunny right here, guys. All that being said, nice music. Yeah, shout out to Johnson. I'll be honest, the market is shaking me out right now, says JoJo. There you go. I mean, that's the scheme. Apparently, they can manipulate this thing up and down. At this point, it's all a fraud. The derivatives is the tool, okay, and that's the bottom line. Whether you hold your keys or not is real cute. Okay, holding the keys thing is real cute, but the coins aren't fungible. Satoshi, who knows who he is? These guys have been manipulating since a minimum 2017, but I think it smells funnier than bunny. Ripple just opened an office in D.C. and they've hired 2 former members of the U.S. Treasury Department. Yeah, that we've been knowing that Ripple's funny bunny, but now I'm starting to see that Ripple. They show you that Ripple's funny bunny to make you think that Bitcoin was all legit from the get-go. That's what I'm thinking the scheme is. I'm alleging. I don't have direct proof, but that's the way it's smelling from a boomer that's been here and that was a believer from the beginning. Now it's starting to see like, yeah, this is a joke at the end of the day. Not the price, though. It's about to stay. It's about to kapump. I'll tell you that. They'll probably drive this thing down to 6,000, okay? 6,000, maybe 5, 4. They could drive it back to 3, okay? And the true boomers are going to hodl. Like champagne hodled till 3, okay? It went back up. But to think that thing is going to go to $1 million like some of these clowns are saying, I don't know, guys. YM says he likes smelling pee. I don't know if that's even, I'm going to remove that. I mean, I don't need that. Anyhow, it is a buying opportunity if you think the price is going to go back up. And I think the probability of that is high. Okay. This is already a tool that they have that they can play around with and they can buy in, buy out. Swing trading. Shout out to Johnson, Ty, JoJo, YM, Just Buy, and the rest of the boomers. Go ahead and check out the article, but they're admitting that, they have a hand, that they're, all these entities, they've been talking about it, and they want to manipulate and discipline. And there you go, guys. No new blood, no new bounce. Right. But, I agree with that. But I can see this thing continuing to swing. It was like the other day. It was at 82, 83. Was it yesterday? It went down to 78, 79, goes back to 83. So these $400-500 swings, maybe even $1,000 swings are going to continue to occur. The ebbs and the flows. And, how much it could swing, how much it could swing is, now that they have derivatives, who knows? They introduced pessimism into the market. And they're not the only ones to blame. It's people buying the ticket. And I've been saying from the beginnings, I don't touch derivatives and the futures because I think it's toxic to crypto. That's what I've been saying. But, it'll go up before Christmas. Maybe, yeah, it'll go up. It'll go up. I'm still thinking, it's gonna go up over 10K. Okay, around this. Of course, they're gonna try to take some profits. It's gonna pump again, guys. Of course. I'm not doubting the price. It's not like I'm gonna go ahead and sell my bags and go home and hold fiat because there's no action on fiat right now. The action's on Bitcoin. Ricky Brown said more reason to hold if they say you should hold, sell. Right now, there's all kinds of mixed signals worldwide, but I'm holding through the any storm like I have. You can check the channel. We're here when it was at 20, and we were still here when it was at 3, dropping bombs on them. Okay. Drop a comment out there. Look at the 24-hour chart. Let's look at let's check out the technicals. Market technicals over here on Bitcoin. These have been interesting lately. They weren't so interesting at the beginning of the year, I'll tell you that, and even last year. But now they're starting to be a little bit more accurate. I'm going to be honest with you out there. One day is reading sell. Oscillators are reading buy. And you can see which oscillators and moving averages that they are referring to over here. But most of these oscillators are really neutral. But all the moving averages sell straight down the gates here. And that's for the 1 day projection. You can see the 1 week and the 1 month. 1 week says sell. Usually it wasn't saying sell, but it's looking less favorable. But the 1 month on moving averages is a strong buy. So, again, this is not doom and gloom. It's not the end of Bitcoin. None of that. This thing is still here, and we're just starting to see that it's another funny bunny. Marie said, "At this point, I'm just going to keep on buying." Yeah, I'm not mad at that. DCA, dollars cost averaging. You got to make sure that if you're into this game, you're going to hodl the bits. So, it's dollar cost average every week, every 2 weeks, every few days, you buy. Boom, 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 And again, this is not financial advice. I got to say this on all the streams because there's crypto cucks out there. I'm not your crypto daddy. Okay, I could be completely wrong. Okay? Satoshi could be legit. And that's what the deal is. Shout out to Maurice. I'll let that comment go because YouTube flagged you there, Maurice. But I disagree with selling anything. That's yeah, I wouldn't. I'll press pause on that one. But yeah, drop a comment. Tell me what you think about this. Are you surprised? Do you think they're currently manipulating it now? Or was this just a one-off over here? Just a one-off. But read the article. Let me know what you think. And it is what it is. Let me know if derivatives are cool to you or not. Yeah, I'm pressing pause on that one, Maurice. I'm not even reading the comment there. I'll let it slide for people to see it, but I'm pressing pause on that one. Got some of the altcoins, though, which is interesting. The most interesting thing here is that the Bitcoin dominance hasn't grown. Altcoins there, actually, it's, the Bitcoin dominance has decreased, but, it was like at 66.5 yesterday. BAT is up today. That's about it. Shout out to all the bat maniacs. I got people sending me bat through the browser. I appreciate it. And I've said this before. If you were one of the bat team members or one of the devs or somebody in the community out there, make it so that when a publisher such as myself, the champion, gets a tip from somebody in the population, let me at least see who it came from, or let them write a little message or something, as you would here on the YouTube super chat. Because indeed, I get the bat tokens, so I see them come in, but I don't know where they came from, who sent them, that no one can write a message. Come on. I would like to be able to thank people. So, people come up in the chat, said, Champ, check your bat account. I sent you some bat. And I guess, all right, thank you. I see it come in, once in a while I see it grow. And apparently somebody's sending it to me, but, and I'll keep it 1,000. I swap out those bats for more Bitcoin. Stacking more Bitcoin. YM says Monero ETH is what I like. I like Monero. I like ETH. I got bags of those. Bitcoin as well. There's a few. The champ likes a few of them. Suave House says, sub champ, go vegan. Nah, never that. Suave House, never that. I know you want. Was it you that was one of the vegans? I know one of the boomers out there plant-based. But me. I'm eating USDA Prime. I'm about to get some Wagyu, okay, straight from Japan, some Wagyu. I know one of the fancy schmancy restaurants not too far away here has some A4 Wagyu from Japan. So, I'm thinking of getting a little New York strip cut, throwing it on the charcoal out there. Yeah, we eat meat out here, Maurice. Yeah, pause on that. Well, he who is weak eateth herbs. Romans, I think it's 4 or 5 or something. But if you keep reading the verse, it says not to judge those that are weak and eating different than you. So, But people are the plants are for people who are sick. That's medicine. If you're not sick, you need protein, you need the vitamins. And why has people been hunting gathering since the beginning? What do you think they were hunting? They were hunting good old meat. Shout out to my carnivore boomers. Even though I'm not a carnivore, I eat some plants too, guys. I've tried. I haven't even tried the carnivore. I'll be honest with you. I did the keto. And the keto was excellent. Suave House says because herbs heal. Absolutely, yeah. But you take too much medicine, and you can get sick as well. That's the thing. I pulled up the verse on you guys a few times. Romans, I don't know what it is. Romans 4, Romans 6. Read it. It's a nice chapter. All right, YM. I mean, I'm so do I, YM. But I don't. You're sounding like kind of like a 5th grader right now, YM. So I'm gonna let that one slide. But that doesn't add any value. So, I mean, I do too. I'm not disagreeing with you, YM, but, let's discuss things a little higher in frequency. Love your lives, bro. Hilarious. Leave the plants for the rabbits. Yeah, I said that before too. Leave the plants for the rabbits. That they're, it's like some people are here eating like little rabbits, little funny bunnies. Thank you, Maurice. I appreciate the CHFs, the 5 CHF. I think it was a Swede in Switzerland. Last time you dropped by, kaboom to you. Drop a bomb and drop a couple dollar bills out the sky. Maurice showing love here in the super chat. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, guys. If you want to show love, go ahead and drop me a super chat. Drop me a tip here on the Brave. I got crypto addresses down there. If not, go ahead and drop me a positive comment. Share this on your social media feeds. Let the animals on the farm know that you like grass-fed beef out there. I try to get the grass-fed, guys. But lately, I'm in getting USDA Prime. I told you guys, USDA Prime is only 2% of the beef in America. The majority of the supply is bought by restaurants. But the fancy smanchy market down the way has a little bit of the prime cuts. So, I whip it up every once and then. Grass-fed is the best. Yeah, but listen, grass-fed, I guess it's the best. I don't know, but I'm going to keep it 1,000 because I like eating the meats. Grass-fed beef always doesn't taste better. Okay, it may be healthier, but I'll tell you, it doesn't always taste better. And sometimes the meat may be a little tougher. Okay, but as far as health-wise, my understanding, Champagne is not an MD. This is not Dr. Champagne. But my understanding is that grass-fed's better. But, I don't know. I got to look into it because who knows? I mean, grass-fed could be a meme as well. I don't know. I mean, I like grass-fed. I go for the grass-fed. Suave House says, what about the gorillas? We're not gorillas, and we didn't come from gorillas. Okay, guys? And so I'm not eating like a gorilla, nor am I acting like one. So, leave the gorillas doing what the gorillas do, and the champ will do what the champion does. BTC at 75.19. Jojo's being shaken out. Jojo, don't get shook out there, Jojo, if you're still listening. At least have one Bitcoin under the pillow. I know sometimes people, they got to cash out. They got bills to pay. It's real life out there. Not everybody can hodl 15, 20, 30, 50 Bitcoin. Sometimes you got to chip off the Bitcoin and, you got to pay what you got to pay. I understand out there, boomers. Shout out to Cutie for blockchain, Suave House, Johnson, YM, and the boomers out there. Cutie for blockchain says, do you have a King James? King James, yeah. Although I recently read the New Testament New English version. To keep it 1,000. You could compare them on Bible study stools and put the King James and the New English or any version. There's like 30 versions that you could go through. And so you could compare them all. And the NIV is a pretty good read. I'm not saying it's the most legit. I'm not a theologian or anything like that, but that's what it is. If you're asking. And the champ stacks them cryptos. Yeah, indeed, Maurice. That's the plan. To stack the more bits, the more better. We've seen the trend here. The bits are on the rise. Whether it's Giancarlo's involved or Satoshi Santa Claus coming through the chimney. You could put that aside. Obviously the scheme here is for this thing to kapump. Cutie for blockchain says, glad you're reading the Bible. Yeah. I encourage you guys, do the not, because look, a lot of people like to criticize and think that they know. Go ahead and read it yourself. I'll tell you guys, when was the last time you read the whole thing through? I know, listen, the Old Testament's a little longer. I haven't read the Old Testament through. I'm going to keep it 1,000. But the New Testament, you could read it through. Start with Matthew all the way to Revelations. There's 22 chapters in Revelations. Read them all. The Johns, the Matthews, the Timothys, read them all and then make your own decision. A lot of people like to criticize, but they haven't read the book straight through. Jojo says, I've lost my limbs, champ. It's hard to keep holding the bag. I understand, Jojo. I understand. But you've been here. I know you're a boomer, a 3,000 boomer, a 4,000 boomer. Jojo's been here. I know you've been here when we were still under attack, Jojo. So you probably still have a little ammunition. Suave House says, I'm a gorilla, not a rabbit vegan. Pause. Listen, I'm neither a gorilla or a rabbit vegan. I'm a human being. Okay? A human being. I want to be an animal. Just seen Mark Zuckerberg get scolded by Congress again. I think he may be getting a visit soon if he keeps pushing the Libra situation. That's all theater. That's theater. Zuckerberg's in bed with the feds and the ABCs and the FBI's and the 1, 2, 3s, guys, and the rest of the alphabets and numbers. That's all theater, guys. Those hearings with Kavanaugh or Zuckerberg or all that stuff is a big joke, guys. Come on. That's so that, they have content to show you, like if they're doing something. Marisa says, I'm planning around 150,000 Bitcoin and 6,000 ETH. Those are your price predictions for the two alts? I want to see all-time highs first, and I don't want to hear these 500,000. What is it? McAfee saying that he upped his price predictions to like 2 million or 1 million. I don't know. Oh, Marie says when he will sell. Yeah. Suave says, are you not entertained? Yeah, we got to keep it entertaining out here, guys. Shout out to Suave House. He's a day one boomer. I know you've been here for a while. It's been a while since Suave House stopped by. Main event says Toshi Claus is coming to manipulate. Yeah, guys, I gotta say it to you. Like the other day, I was really thinking about it before I did the stream. I'm like, this Toshi thing, Satoshi, this guy, come on, man, And then it hit me, and I'm like, it sounds like Like something you would tell the kids, and here came Satoshi, and he introduced us to white paper and saved us from the banks. Champ, why did you sell the bag? You dumped the market. Nah, I didn't do that. I'll keep it 1,000. If I sold the bag, I'd tell you guys. You already know, Suave. Nice to see you. Kaboom, champ. Always listening at work. Shout out to Dolphin. I know he's there. Kaboom to you. Yeah, I've powered down a lot, though, on Steam. I'll keep it at 1,000, though. The Steam. And then on some of those Steam coins as well, because, everything is looking kind of boring over there. It's not that much action, Although I'll keep posting on Steam, and the idea for Steam and the way that Steam works, I think it's one of the best examples of blockchain. Yeah, Steam is hurting, along with all the other alts. I mean, there's everything's hurting out there. Everything's down. Shout out to the 16 crypto maniacs watching out there. Everybody in the trenches. I'll be continuing to kaboom with the best of them. I believe the price will continue to go south. There's a strong possibility we may dip into the $6,000 range. Ultimately, though, for the midterm, going into 2020, and some say maybe even as early as November or December, the uptrend will come. I would think more around maybe January we'll start to seeing maybe the uptrend, hopefully sooner. And then around the halvening, I've been saying 16 to 22, but, depending on how long that uptrend takes to occur, I may readjust my predictions from 12 to maybe even 16. But either way, there is an uptrend that we're expecting out here. I'm a Steamosaurus for life, but it's looking bleak. Yeah, you're right. And it's a shame. It is what it is. But, we've definitely learned from the Steam blockchain, and it's definitely been a great experience. And hopefully it could improve, or the lessons learned from that blockchain will be implemented in something that can work better. And I don't think the answer is voice. I'm not sure what the answer is, but it doesn't seem like voice to me. Cutie for Blockchain says, do you think Steam will ever go back to the $8 and $9 range? Not right now. No, I don't think so. Unless there's a major facelift. What's the price now? Sub 20 cents, 10 cents, something like that. I don't know. But to see it go back to 8 or 9, it's hard to see how that could happen at this moment when the price is so low. Again, I don't know. Maybe it does. I certainly would love it to. Suave House says, get your NAV and Steam off Poloniex before 11/28. Yeah, Poloniex, I got an email from them, and I haven't used Poloniex in a while because Poloniex was playing funny bunny with some of my withdrawals, and I had to dump them. But anyway, if you're on Poloniex or using Poloniex, they're about to shut down because they are restructuring, or they've been bought out by another entity. I'm not sure what the actual details are, but the bottom line is that they're not going to be accepting U.S. customers because of the regulators or whatnot. So you got to get your baggage off the exchange, and you should always have your baggage off the exchange. But if you don't know, now you know. Thank you, Suave House, for reminding us. Main Event says Steam's doing a lot better since the list hard fork. Bid bots are being neutralized. Smart media tokens are coming, but it needs some new big names to join and promote it. That's true. Having some big names come in would be favorable. And my understanding is that, there may not be as much whales or, what's the word I'm looking for? There may not be as many whales holding the Steam as before, because since the price went down so much, maybe some of those whales sold off is what I'm saying. So maybe the coins, they could be more evenly distributed. I don't know. You would have to look at the blockchain explorers, check out the accounts. I don't know, but maybe I'm giving it a guess. Passive Crypto shows here. Kaboom just made it. Yeah, I'm tuning it down. But we had a good one. Check out the article I have linked down below there, Passive Crypto show. But apparently these regulators have been manipulating the Bitcoin price via the derivatives. They were talking about it in that article, and they've been disciplining the Bitcoin price, and it worked, says Giancarlo, ex-CFTC chair. Main Event says, yeah, a lot of the users powered down. Yeah. That's my understanding. A lot of people powered down. being that the price went down so much. So maybe the coins are not as are not as unevenly distributed. Shout out to Maurice. He's about to sign off. Maurice, thanks again for that super chat. I appreciate you, Maurice. Let me drop a bomb for you. Drop another bomb for you. And, let me snipe out a baby bear cub. They're dancing and prancing out there. Boom. Thank you, Maurice. Stay blessed indeed. Do you think Steam hit bottom, or do you think it might go lower? Just wondering your thoughts. You know, I thought it hit bottom when it was around, you know, maybe 20-something cents. But, you know, I was wrong. It seems like the trend has been down. I don't know. You know, let me see. I like Steam, guys. I really do. I like this blockchain. I think it's cool. It's 12 cents right now. How low could it go? I really don't know. I really don't know. Could this thing go sub 10,000? The thing is, circulating supply is high, and there's a lot of inflation. You know, so look at the charts. The charts look like death. Let me see the 1 month. The 1 month doesn't look that bad. Let me see the 3 month. The 3 month doesn't look that bad either. Maybe it has kind of stabilized. As far as Bitcoin price, it looks like it's kind of been trading sideways. Here's the 1 year, and it certainly looks like it's been trading about the same price since about August. You know, not exactly the same price, but in the same range, you know, from about 1,500 Satoshi to about 1,700 Satoshi, in that range. So I don't know. Maybe it did hit bottom. I don't know. But that's something to consider. If it did hit bottom, it's not going to go down any lower, and if people are still going to use it, you know, I don't know. Main event says Steam was doing okay, but it dumped today. Yeah, that sucks. You know, I think what's cool with Steam is that you can earn more Steam if you're there. It's not like some of these other coins, like, you know, if you're holding Litecoin, I mean, you know, you're just holding it there and you're just sitting there. You know, at least with Steam, you could do something with it. Shout out to Maurice. He says you got to take care of the baby boomer. Indeed. Shout out to you, Maurice. Stay blessed. Shout out to Cutie for Blockchain, Passive Crypto Show, and the rest of the Boomers main event. I'm going to go ahead and power down and check out my little baby boomers. Make sure they're doing good. Go ahead and hit the gym. I was on my off day today, but tomorrow I'll be deadlifting. Hopefully I can at least match my PR. If not, it's all good. But put some weight on the bar. If you're a newbie and you want to start strength training, there's a difference between bodybuilding and strength training. I'm doing strength training. I'm not trying to look, you know, like Chad on the beach right now. I'm trying to be Diesel, okay? Straight up strength, okay? Not fluff and puff, some real strongman strength. Anyway, check out, if you're a newbie interested in strength training, check out stronglist5x5.com. Google that or go to the .com and check that out. It's a free program, and I really enjoyed doing that. I'm not doing that anymore, but it's a good path to strength building. Anyhow, I'm out of here, guys. Stay strong. It's the voice of the blockchain here, Satoshi's biggest cousin, cryptography's finest, Champagne Crypto. Thanks for tuning in.